There is a very few number of people that would go back on the 5th time and not give up. That tells me
Mike Alder, Silver Oaks, California, the attorney of choice.
Hi, I'm Mike Alder, Alder Law, and we're here at Trial Lawyers University in Huntington Beach, California. And because so many great lawyers are here, I wanted to take an opportunity to hear some people's stories and get some interesting background on interesting people. So Esli Frias is here. We want to talk to her, but I think we've known each other for what, 15 years?
Yes, more or less.
And I think when we first met, you were running a law firm and I had come over to talk about a case.
Yes.
Was that what it was?
That's what it was.
Right.
Yes, about 15 years
So tell
ago.
us, right now, what are you doing?
Right now, I'm still I'm an office administrator, and I run a small, mid-sized personal injury law firm. I started with them about maybe 2016. And I'm the one who takes care of the intake, so I go through all the cases that come in, kind of create a case plan for them, meet with the attorneys, case managers, and then we develop everything from treatment plans on how to handle the cases. And it's my job to make sure that nothing falls through the cracks. My role is probably going to change pretty soon because I just passed the bar.
And that's what we really want to talk about, because during all this time since 2016 that you've been essentially running that firm and doing all those things, you went to law school, you took the bar several times, and on the 7th time you passed and you're going to be a practicing attorney.
That's right,
which
yes.
is incredible.
Thank you.
So I'd love for people to hear about that journey because, as you know, I talk a lot about stepping outside your comfort zone. That, in fact, I talk about many times to get what you want, you have to fail 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And most people give up before you get there.
Yes.
And I just want to talk about what it is about you that created the person that stepped up 7 times and on the 7th time passed the bar. I think that's incredible.
Thank you.
Incredible.
Well, it wasn't easy.
Oh, of course not. And that's the thing. It's so difficult and it's so hard not to label your failure as being a failure and instead just looking at it as an event. You've obviously accomplished that, which is why you are now a lawyer. But tell us, you went to law school where and how long ago?
Sure, yeah. So I graduated from Pacific Coast University in 2015. I did night school. I had to work full time and it was just my mother and I. So financially, it was a burden for me to attend a nicer law school. So I didn't want that to set me back. I wanted to continue. I knew I wasn't done yet with my undergrad. I knew inside me there was more I wanted to do. And although it did take me a little longer than it would take a normal person, I continued my studies and sacrificed my evenings to attend law school. And I wanted to make sure that I also did it for my mother and I. Tragically, years before I decided to go to law school, I lost my young brother in a car accident. He was 19 years old. I was already in the industry, and it just really fired me up. And it made me feel like, wow, I'm now stepping in the shoes of the clients that we've represented. Right. So that experience alone just really, really fired me. And that's when I knew I wasn't done yet. I wanted to do more.
And not all law schools offer day and night classes. So you have to find the right law school that allows the flexibility. And did you enjoy the process? I mean, obviously, first year for any law student is not as pleasant.
It was a huge adjustment, but then it became the norm for me. And, 4 years went by actually pretty fast.
And you probably had such an advantage because you had seen the real world practice of litigation and cases that most law students coming directly out of college, going right into law school without that practical experience, really graduate from law school and have no clue whatsoever about even how to get to a courtroom or get to a pleading or anything like that. You do all of that.
Yeah.
That's great. So then, okay, so you go 4 years, you graduate from law school, and did you take the bar right away?
I did. I took the bar right away, just like all of my classmates did. Sadly, only 2 of my entire class passed that time, and I didn't realize I wasn't prepared enough yet. So I wanted to continue.
Did you take a bar review class?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I took a bar review class, and I don't think I was even ready to start that bar review class.
And so for some people who are not lawyers, who maybe are looking at this and inspired by you to go to law school, you get out of law school, and usually if it's a track, you graduate in May, and there's a bar in July, and there's a bar in February. The July bar is for people that graduate in May, and the February bar is for people who graduate in December. And so you graduated in May, and then you studied with a review, and you took the bar in July.
Yes.
Okay. Don't pass. Tough.
Yes.
Right?
Tough.
So tell me what you were feeling.
I felt really depressed and upset about it, but I did not completely feel defeated yet.
Good.
And the reason being is that I knew going in that I might not have been the best or the most prepared person yet, and it was okay. It was okay. Now, the struggle for me wasn't, I got to go study again. The struggle for me, unfortunately, was how am I going to pay for this again? Because testing is not cheap.
Right.
And so that was my biggest concern. Luckily, my mom sacrificed a lot and did double shifts. She's a caregiver.
I think we're going to need your mom on this as well.
So
she seems like a badass.
She is. And with her help, I was able to pay again and retake it.
And did you take it immediately in that February?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
So your mom's paying, really sacrificed. You're ready now. You don't pass.
Yes.
This is, I think, a moment where most people, the what do you call it? The wheat meets the chaff. You separate the men from the boys, the women from the girls, right? And yet you took it again.
I did.
When did you take it again?
I took it again that July.
God bless you. So that was number 3.
Yes.
And you just passed on the 7th time.
Yes.
Did you take some time off between?
I did. I took some time off. At that point, I figured there's definitely something that I needed to fix and change. In addition to that, it's just so stressful on your family.
You got married?
I got married. In between that time, yes, I met a wonderful man, my husband, and met him in 2018, and we married in 2021. So family obligations.
Sure. COVID.
And COVID. So took a little break.
Okay. So then you took 4, 5, and 6 after COVID?
I did.
Okay. And what do you think now the 7th time? What was the difference, if you even could identify it?
It's funny because I think I can identify the difference. One of the biggest difference for me this time was that I thought to myself, girl, do you really want this? Or are we going to keep just playing this game? Because at this point, you have the experience, so there shouldn't be any more fear of you actually going into this exam, because that sometimes trips people up.
Sure.
And then I thought, I don't want to continue doing this to my family. And my husband really encouraged me and said, babe, you're never going to be happy if you don't do this. Finish that. That's a huge chapter of your life. And I completely unplugged.
Oh, there you go.
Unplugged. I just said, it's okay to miss this birthday party. It's okay not to go to this dinner. It's okay not to speak to certain individuals or to check your social media. It's okay. Do it right. Do it for these 3 months, and you won't have to do it again, ever. And that was the biggest difference. I unplugged, no work, didn't worry about the office. I pretty much said, hey guys, I'm leaving. You guys figure it out. Don't call me. Please don't bother me. I'll be back. So that was the biggest thing.
And they were supportive.
They were very supportive.
That's amazing. So I love how you have put into action a lot of stuff that I know works, that I talk about on my social media. And one of the things I talk about are two things, is the fear of missing out makes us kind of half commit. You finally said, I'm gonna push through that fear of missing out. I'm gonna miss out, but I know that it's for a reason, and I'm gonna commit, right?
Right.
Amazing. And then I find that my most productive times during the day is when I close the door, turn off my phone, and say, 40 minutes, I'm gonna just devote nothing but that 40 minutes to getting this job done. And it's amazing how efficient and focused you can become. You did that for 3 months and boom, here we go.
Yes.
Bravo. You know, it's so interesting when I didn't know it was 7. I knew you had taken the bar a number of times. And I remember 10 years ago meeting someone, a woman who introduced herself and said, oh, I know about you, Mike. I'm a lawyer, but I'm not very smart. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? She goes, well, it took me 5 times to pass the bar. And I remember saying to her, I said, that makes you a badass. And she goes, what? I said, there is a very few number of people that would go back on the 5th time and not give up. That tells me that not only are you smart, you're committed, you know how life works, you know how to step through pain and discomfort. And 7, and that's incredible.
Thank you.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Bravo.
I'm very happy, and I'm pretty proud that I did not give up.
Yeah, you did not give up. So now, what are you looking forward to now have you been sworn in, or do you have some more things to do with?
Just waiting on one more thing to clear, and I should hopefully be sworn in by no later than September.
Awesome.
And then I want to continue to do with what I'm doing, but now as the attorney, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to doing a lot of things because even though I was in the industry, there were times where I was shy, maybe a little uncomfortable, not being there, attending conferences.
Right.
As the attorney, and I'm excited, looking forward to that.
Now, your firm tries cases?
A little bit.
A little bit. So you want to go to trial?
I do.
Okay. Well, if they don't have a lot of trials, will you come join me in a trial?
Absolutely.
Oh, come on. I have found that exposure of any type, but with the knowledge of the facts with enough specificity that you can understand the strategic decisions and why the judge is ruling, that teaches people more about trial work than anything, and that requires stepping into the inner circle. So you're welcome to come anytime.
I would love that.
Right?
I would love that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's wonderful, and I'm glad you're here. Are you enjoying the conference?
Oh, it's wonderful. There's so many amazing people. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, no, it's a great conference.
Yeah, so as part of our sponsorship, we had a number of additional tickets, and we were able to have you come.
Thank you.
And again, it's all about exposure. So many great legal minds here. You know, I'm speaking this afternoon, and how many people are like, man, I'd love to come to hear you, Mike, but I got X, Y, Z, whatever, and I understand it. But everything we do here, I don't know if you knew this, every speech is going to be videotaped, and then you'll have online access. So if you miss one, you can watch somebody else online. So it's pretty good.
Yes.
All right.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thanks for
Thank
being
you,
here.
Mike.
Okay.